Understand your heart. I have not tried to please anyone. I'm trying to
Okay, so this looks interesting. A bunch of people just took off running. We're definitely in the angry riot phase of protesting here.
What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Thank you everyone for being here. I may or may not be on this whole night. I don't know. I just don't want to lose my voice again. I appreciate you all. Just make sure you guys keep track of everyone, because I know not everybody's paying attention to what's happening around our surroundings. You just be warned about what's going to go on around you, so we can take care of everyone here. Being here, I may or may not be on this all night. I don't know. I just don't want to lose my voice again. I appreciate you all. Make sure you guys keep track of everyone, because I know not everybody's paying attention to what's happening around our surroundings. You just be warned about what's going to go on around you, so we can take care of everyone here. Thank you.
I can't do it on the block, but one of my white comrades from the skateboard started a fire. That would really piss off Donald Trump and Ted Wheeler. I'm just saying, it's a little chilly.
Yeah, it is a little chilly, huh?
Okay, that looks like a rope hanging from a tree. I don't even want to know what's going on over here.
I'm too fresh for this shit. I'm talking about somebody else on.
I'm not sure exactly.
You know the white guy who's strung up the rope? Who knows how to guy is?
Who? The fuck? What the fuck did I just walk up on? A white dude pulling down a rope over a tree. Oh, this is bad. Oh. Well, this guy right here apparently.
Have fun on Facebook. Yeah.
See if I can get a good look for you. My guess is he's gonna go into a vehicle. So, for a little history on that guy, because I do remember seeing him earlier on the previous stream when I first. That dude had a rope over a tree. I think they said he was trying to find a noose. Yeah, they on him. So if you check the earlier stream, when I come into the park from this corner, I come with my coffee. I cut through here, and in the background you can see. The him over there putting the rope up on the tree. And now I didn't think anything of it because it was in the backdrop. I thought maybe it was like he was doing a hammock or something. So I really didn't think too much of it. I'm gonna come over here and get the plates of this truck. This is my guess. This is that dude's truck right here. He doesn't look homeless, but he looks like he doesn't want to come over to his truck because everyone's over here, and as soon as he gets into his truck, he's fucked. Which, arguably, that is actually smart, because these guys would probably start fucking up his truck if he got into his truck. So, with that being said, when I came through the park, he was throwing the rope over the top of the branches, and I thought he was doing like a homeless hammock thing. So, definitely, there is some truth to the person doing the action, whether he was going to put a noose on it or not. I got nothing on that right now, but that's my guess. I mean, if I were to stereotype, I don't think he's getting in the minivan, and I don't think he's getting in anything that wouldn't hold a bucket of some tools and some shit like that. So I'm just gonna guess the pickup truck without the front bumper belongs to, I'm gonna throw a rope over a tree guy that's in fairly good shape.
There's a lot more young people in Portland than there are old people. You know that, but because you just called her 10% demographic. What else would you mean?
No, the fucking weirdo demographic.
Oh, so
the
you're
one I don't care about
the people who are
So the people not putting
LGBT.
ropes.
No, just you
Is that what
fucks
you're
in my
saying?
face.
No,
I don't
that's
give a fuck about
bullshit.
anybody
You
else.
pointed at
over
her when
there.
you said that.
Yeah, this looks like 6 feet.
It's pretty social.
I came to fucking climb for trees.
Not
And
the
y'all
time.
came to fucking just start
Not
shit.
the
Y'all are
time.
rejects. Every one of
It's
you
not
are
about you,
rejects.
bro. It's not about you right now.
You're rejecting
can't
in
even-
some way. Now you gotta come out here and fucking take it out.
Think about that one more
Go
time.
fuck
Like,
yourself.
try to critically process a
Go
thought. If you've
fucking
never done that
critical
before,
yourself,
try to.
dude.
And think about how a rope in a tree at a Black Lives Matter protest is not okay. Well, why didn't you make me?
Shut the fuck
Then fucking
up.
make me. You fucking heard me. Make me. I'm
You're
begging
like, what are
you.
you, the colonel? Are you
Fucking
the
make
colonel?
me, bitch.
The fucking... You wanna scrap you and me one-on-one? No, you wouldn't.
Oh, it ain't
Let
gonna
him
be
just
no
talk his
one-on-one. It's
mouth.
gonna. I got a broken shoulder. It's gonna be you against my fucking knife, you
You
bitch.
fucking deserved it, you fucking loser.
Wait,
You're the fucking loser.
Can I ask a question? Is this like open to everybody here, the one-on-one thing?
Whatever.
Is that what you're really doing?
Yes, it is. Apparently.
I'm just
You
wondering.
can't have your little metal thing you were trying to climb with. Sorry about that, but. you gotta
And
scrap
just
your
in case that you do take that offer, is that your truck that you need maybe to have someone towed or maybe hand your keys off to somebody? Because I know you didn't. I know you didn't schlep your climbing stuff in the minivan, the other car or the nice car. So I'm gonna guess you're without the fender right there, right? Kind of like there was a side thing missing on your hair.
Yeah, it's not
That's
even.
you, right?
It's not even.
The dirty pickup truck, right? That makes sense. I'm
Fucking money, go fuck yourself.
oh wait, you're not so happy now that I'm intelligent now.
Fucking climb trees and you fucking faggots.
Oh wait, now it's a gender issue?
And
Oh.
I'm a
Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, did I call it or are you in the minivan? Did you borrow mom's minivan? Oh shit. What? Oh snap! Look at that. 1 + 1 = 2, fuckhead.
Yeah. Making friends again, Kevin.
So the whole funny thing is I went to the truck first and then came over here because I'm like, okay, which car? Because he's got too much gear to be homeless.
Absolutely.
I'm like, okay, so he drove that car. That's why he stopped. He was scared you all gonna fuck him up in the truck. So I went to the truck first. I got like 200 viewers right now.
But I was waiting for him to try something else.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I stepped up. I'm like, is this open to everybody? And he's like, okay, I gotta go. I'm just asking because you want to pick on someone that you think is smaller than you. But I'm not smaller than you, and I just want to know. I can hand my camera off.
No, that guy would have gotten broken.
Even you want his license plate number?
It's been on Facebook for about 20 minutes right now. I got to go back to the protest. Kevin David Williams. And that's how you handle that. You go to the damn truck first. You pick out his ride. That was so obvious, though. Like, he didn't drive any of that nice shit. This dude's dirty. He came here to make a point. He picked the Black Lives Rally matter to go fucking throw a rope over the side of a tree like it's a noose. I'm like, I gotta look for an idiot without a fucking bumper. You know, and I hate the stereotype, but it was, yeah, so, sorry, guys. So what you just saw there was an antagonist brought a rope and some climbing gear to throw over a branch outside of the Justice Center in a fashion that irritated people of color so that he could then be a martyr. But what happened were the most gender fluid, non-cis people chased him out of the park. And then I walked around and picked out his ride, and then when he started to want to challenge people one-on-one, I asked if that offer was open to everybody. At which case he assessed the situation, decided to get in the truck that I previously mentioned was probably his, and he left in a hurry. And that's the synopsis of what you just saw there. Investigative reporting done by yours truly. That's how you de-escalate an idiot situation. And yes, I did peek in the truck, and no, there was no rifle rack or anything of that concern, or I would have approached it differently. Looks like they got the blocks up. No, the truck that I saw flashing a gun had different plates and had a front bumper, although, to be honest with you, that guy could have been the passenger from yesterday, now that you mention it, but, you know, one can't tell. I really only saw the hat and the arm tattoo, the musculature of the right shoulder, which is all pretty accurate. He had one of those t-shirts that you rip all down the side, so that's pretty much the same. But I really couldn't have any conclusive anything else other than that. So there that is. I'm at the 3rd and Main. It's the federal building. They've declared leave the federal building alone. No, I'm listening for his truck. One thing he did was rev up his truck fairly well. And so I got a good, earful of what his engine sounds like. And if you go earlier in the stream, I believe this is the girl from last night. But yeah, I definitely keep an eye out for that truck and his buddies, like I always do, though. Honestly, I don't ever stop. It's kind of a ever vigilant thing in Portland. Yeah, so more people here tonight. Definitely a lot more activism going on. There's been a kibosh. Oh, I don't know if I can say that. Someone researched for me. Kibosh. I don't know if that's a racially slanted term or not. So they said no on doing stuff to the Justice Center, or excuse me, to the federal building. And the focus is back on the Justice Center. and the local PPD. The call has been given to, if they won't reduce their budget by 50 million, let's use up 50 million of their budget. That was given in a speech earlier, and I will say, if I haven't said it before, if it hasn't been clearly obvious in my dialogue, I do not automatically agree with everything that you have seen through my camera phone. Sometimes I'll make a comment on my opinion, sometimes I won't. But generally speaking, I carry my own opinion in a very different place than my open mic commentary. I do try to see things from all different perspectives, as many as I'm able to, and you know, I often play the devil's advocate because I don't care how right you think you are, if you can't accept and deal with a opposing opinion in a fashion that's respectful, then in my opinion you've already lost. Because it's not just being right, it's also being able to communicate and show, demonstrate, elucidate it. It's not just I'm right. That's selling everything short. And so you need resistance to your way of thinking. You need to constantly challenge yourself and your viewpoints and your reasonings behind those viewpoints, because that's in essence how we grow. Whatever direction that we grow, whether you're conservative or liberal, whether you're pro this or anti this or anti that, you know, it's still grow within your belief, in your faith, in your whatever. Don't just be a stale fucking piece of shit sitting around doing nothing. At least be involved in whatever you believe in. That's my fucking soapbox moment. I just smoked a joint, so I got a little preachy.
They're treating us not. They're controlling us. Inside their barriers. They've been going. I'm out here for real.
It has begun.
Not just black people, but human beings. They're treating us like humans. They're controlling us. I'm tired of this. Ain't no more. Something out here getting screamed. Just like cocaine. But they got my nigga still locked up. He's selling cocaine. Fuck them niggas. No justice. I'm tired of this. No justice. No justice. I mean, they're selling cigarettes. I can't know tomorrow. And cigarettes is a drug, not just like cocaine. But they got my niggas still locked up for selling cocaine. Fuck them niggas. No justice. No justice. No justice. No justice. I got your back. I got your back. I got your back. I don't give a fuck. Donald Trump said it's martial law. What so that means? It's like a war. The colonel is
I heard that the more hearts you give, the wider the reach. So I'm going to ask you guys one time, if Black Lives Matter, I want you to send 10 hearts. Go, 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 go.
Anybody, raise your hand if you came out here.
Oh, that's the love right there. Thank you, thank you. There we go. That's some serious love. Thank you.
That's the way you gotta do. Everybody for one, man. Do not come out here. Do not come out here with a dress on. Do not come out here.
You guys are all magical people. Oh, tall people in the front. I gotta extend my pole.
You see those troops come marching down the street? They're not in those sandals. They're not in those basketball spread around. They're ready for war.
We spread around. We don't stay in one spot. We spread around them and get in combat mode. No more will they run us down the street. From now on, when the bitches come out, we get in combat mode.
You guys ready?
If you're not down for that,
Happy birthday. Okay, I have something right here for a second. One of our allies, it's their birthday. Instead of her out partying, she'd rather be here protesting with us. So I thought maybe we could wish her happy birthday.
Why?
Her birthday, her name is Zoya. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Zoya. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Black Lives Matter!
You too.
Some fireworks are started. So everybody know that.
I feel so good.
The fireworks started. Doors open up. And those people that had their hands down, you're not ready for what you're coming to do. You didn't come in with the notion that you might not make it home, either in a bad or in a fair. Then you need to just go ahead and revisit and let's go home and take the ball. And I'm not trying to be funny about that, but it's real.
you people want to stay here and wait for them to run out of there on us. And I, as a leader, suggested that we go to the memorial at the Apple store. So we won't have to get shot at tonight. And so we can remain out here. But a few people want to light fireworks, which is going to get them bitches to come out. And there goes the party, y'all. So all in favor of going to the Apple store, where we can get a little bit more time out here, even though we gonna be down there, the shit still might get turned out. But we can get a little bit more time out here, tell some stories, get to know each other. I mean, we on the same team. Why stay out here and get mad? Oh, downtown is closed. All in favor?
Because these are all fucking streets.
All in favor of going to the memorial, say aye. Aye. Those people that said aye, come with me. Everybody.
Good. How are you?
Okay.
Are you friends? Don't get lost.
Maybe that's all.
Last night, so when people like fireworks, they purposely rained on the protest because they trying to stop our life. It was just a big boom. Big boom in the heart. Nobody said shit. I ran this bitch ass out of here.
Everybody run off! I don't want to do that. Hold up there! If we gonna stay here, ain't nobody running. If you run, and I see you run, I'm gonna if we're gonna move, we should move at the move. We take a place that we all be, so we all know that we're all still here together. Don't just run off because we're here.
Real thing. How you doing, big guy? Yeah.
Right?
Like yesterday, all they did was walk by the little while they
Haha. There's this punk ass right there. The little blue panel van is out. Yeah. Something told me to walk up here. Now I see his creepy ass.
What's up, bro? How you holding up tonight, man?
Oh, I just saw that creepy blue panel van guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I came up to give you guys a couple minutes of airtime while I got 266 viewers on here. And then I saw the van, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, there's a bunch of sketchy vehicles tonight, man.
Yeah, we chased one guy out of the park.
Which one? Oh, was it the ropes guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was right there too. Also, you know about the black Nissan Armada?
No.
Massachusetts plates, Proud Boys.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm live, and what we did is we came through Protest Row earlier. These guys weren't here yet, but remember I told you that you'd be able to make your own damn sign? Bam! You thought I was lying. Or maybe you didn't, because you know you've watched previous streams. But yeah, these guys got stuff for you. The ABCs are protesting, stencils, Portland United Against Hate, Pound United in Love.
So they facilitate anonymous reporting of police violence and hate crimes. We got these little cards you can take with you. You can be completely anonymous. Just give them the zip code it happened in, and we'll be out here handing this out on the reg.
See, that's what's up, guys. You need to spread that love and that information. It's Report the Hate, pdx.com, and then on the other side they got more information right there. That's all in the shadow because I suck at this.
Snacks with you guys?
Yeah. Yes, please. And do you want to take a few of these with you?
I do.
Run into, brother?
I will.
Need some water or anything?
I might take the water.
Hope you're healing up from a couple nights ago, brother.
Oh, I am. I got to go surgery, I think, here pretty soon, but oh well. It's a same-day surgery. Yep. All right, so we're at the top of, 4th and Main, and people are kind of making a decision about how the night's going to go. Fireworks on one hand, peaceful protest on the other. So we'll figure this out, and we're going to have coverage no matter what until it gets to be where coverage is not an option. Hey everybody who's watching, welcome to Portland. As you can see, we're a little protesty tonight. Some fireworks, some controversy, various support and supply stuffs for our protesty people. OHSU's got a table, had a table, and Soup, there it is, had a table. Also, don't forget reporthatepdx.com. That's what's up right there. Several sketch vehicles out tonight. You witnessed one angry tree climber. I mean, who doesn't want to throw a rope over a tree branch at a human rights movement based on color in a park after dark? Yeah, I'm gonna take that as pretty stacked as antagonistic.
License plate of that car that was over there that sped off earlier? The dude with the ropes and shit?
Yeah, you have to hit my stream earlier because I went up to the truck first.
What's your stream?
Kevin David Williams.
Kevin David Williams. Thank you so much.
Yup. Hey. You know, the normal. I'm balling in the big leagues tonight.
Yeah?
I'm at like 2,200 live right now.
Really?
I hit some mega stream repeaters, yeah.
Wow, look at you.
Yeah. But no, we just had, so of note, there's a truck down there facing this way. It tried to come up the road at the wrong time during the protests, so they slashed its tires and there was a confrontation. Point two, there was a guy who decided to bring a long rope and hang it over a branch right here and pretend that he was going to climb trees. Earlier, I walked around, picked out his truck, got the plates on it, then came back, and when he started picking on small gender fluid people, he was like, I'll take any of you one-on-one. So I offered for me, and then he left. I was like, well, how about me? Does that include everybody? You know, and then he got mad at me. You know, I'm like, well, why don't you get in your obvious truck that you don't want to get into because it's not the minivan. You didn't come in that. And I was like, then he got mad and was like, assholes, and left. I'm like, yeah, right. Oh, they're smart too, huh?
It's my car, Prius truck. I wonder which one.
Right. I'm like, you didn't roll the mom minivan, dude.
Yeah.
Not with your ripped off T-shirt and all the stereotypes I can point out on you. It's as dirty as you are, and it has no fucking front fender. I'm sorry. You know, that looks like your ride, and he gets mad and leaves. And but he still might be driving around. There's half the crowd that wants to be led by the guy who wants to just go peaceful protest in front of the Apple store. Then there's people setting off fireworks. So it's kind of hijack the mic night.
Cool.
That's pretty much.
Why the Apple Store?
For the memorial there.
Okay.
That's the only. And they keep trying to restart the elk fire.
No.
It's probably gonna have another night tonight. I think someone said bring chicken, and I'm like, they're gonna like elk roast some chicken, or no, I don't know what that would be.
Have they taken out the other stuff yet?
Oh, yeah. Nope, it's still there.
They had that burning earlier too.
It's burning the other.
Yeah, they're all about melting stuff.
Yeah. I still want to do the paper mache idea.
Burning elk.
Yeah. Let's do a pinata, you know.
They put a new camera in.
Yeah.
See the two light poles? See the double lights? And then there's the double lights, the light pole with the two on it.
Yeah.
Then the one with the one.
Yeah.
That's got a new camera on it right there.
Oh, the one with the one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was looking at the pictures that PPD tweeted the other day when they had the fireworks going off from right here, and the angle couldn't have been from the ones over there.
Yeah.
So I went back and looked, and they can look straight down into the intersection. So I'm like, oh my God, there's got to be a new camera.
I checked out.
So there's a new camera.
I heard that the cop drone crashed the other night. Really disposed of it.
A lot of new meds today. A lot of new meds. New to me people, I should say. They might not even be new medical people.
Yeah, there are all this stuff down from the shop on Saturday.
I know that we had Phoenix up from Eugene. She had a crew with her. They were like front line. Like literally, their team is kicking the cops back while they're trying to get the people out.
Nice.
Like some MASH unit stuff. Yeah, no, they're pretty intense. I ran around with them last night late. When the shooting thing happened, everything got weird.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Yeah, tell us about that. What happened?
So I got secondhand information. So we'd been pushed through the funnel up 2 blocks, and we were resting, and then we started to walk back, and we heard fireworks. I thought, that was a wrong assumption. There was a Volvo driving around, and they did a drive-by, or there was a shooting a couple blocks up that way. Then the Volvo drives by us, so we're like, oh shit. And that's the car we were trying to avoid. And then so we go up there. They said they're looking for anything that might help figure out what's going on. So we all, let's go up there. Okay. And then we find the shell casings on the ground. So then there was this debate about what to do. So I leave. I'm like, okay, because A, everything I know secondhand.
Yeah.
B, I don't know who shot who. But at that point, and all you abolish the police people out there need to hear this. This is why we have detectives, for criminology stuff of crimes, not for responding to mental health cases or finding people's dogs or anything like that. So yes, this instance of dealing with the police is within the reasonable person's, scope of what police work is. Still don't need a gun to investigate a bullet casing. Just saying. But be that as it may, yeah, that was weird. You had people, hecklers. Oh, why are you calling the police? I didn't call shit. Okay, the police were already called before we even wandered up there. We were just there first. Be that as it may, they still need to investigate their crime. I'm not advocating shooting anyone down here at all. We had a car or two try to run into people, and what else happened? The feds were just real, they run faster than the other guys. You need more of a lead. Like, we gave them a half a block lead, and they were like kept gaining enough to where I had to turn around and run. I was like, okay, yeah, this I can't. You guys got way better cardio. No, it's not cool, because you're thinking they're gonna.
They made it to the end of the block and looked like they were ready to run some more.
And then they did, because we stopped, and then they rushed to the. I'm like, oh shit, they're doing 2 blocks, and you're like, there was that. You'll see her out here. She looks like you're. No, let me refrain from saying what I was gonna say. Let me check that. There is a person out here with hardly any clothes. That is the same person who attempted whatever medical event that happened there that people were saying was a suicide attempt.
Yeah.
That is that same person. They're here tonight. What I heard was that there were psychedelics involved and they had one of those moments. I'm getting to that too. Yeah, they when I walked by earlier before that happened, they were laying in the wedge right there next to the fire, kind of rolling around, like somebody tripping balls, but inappropriately.
Yeah.
And then they might have been sober, if that makes sense.
Yeah, if it was the person I think you're talking about, I've seen them out here before.
Just need somebody to watch out for them, and then So that's how I read that situation. I just didn't piece it together until later. They're like, oh, they're trying to do this. I'm like, wait a minute. Rewind. I saw that person. I registered them as hella high and on some other shit, you know?
Yeah.
But be that as it may, you know, that incident happened. Most of it was predictable. Like, as soon as they lit off fireworks and the workers were still there, I'm like, okay, they're gonna push the line to cover their workers. You know, that they're gonna do that. They did that. Then they pushed the line to let them leave, and then they were like, okay, we're done with you. You know, and they started chasing everybody and making everybody run. And that pretty much, after an hour or two of that, people were done.
Yeah.
They're like, we didn't have enough cardio over our COVID vacation.
Yeah.
We gotta go home. We gotta do this tomorrow.
Gotta do burpees.
Do there you have a lighter?
Yes, because I'm smoking hella joints out here.
Oh yeah.
You know who's got mad cardio skills though? I gotta give props to Potato.
Yeah. She does the same burpees with me.
We were talking about the 100 she did the other day, right? And we were talking. She's like, "Look at these muscles." I'm like,
burpees?
Yeah.
We were like, for real, was right here with me the whole night. Was just, you know, just right, you know. And then the marshals came out and she got spooked.
Yeah.
Go, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was an interesting couple nights. What happened with you guys? I saw you guys get evac'd, right?
Yeah.
Over by the park blocks?
Yeah. That was when they were like pushing us.
We got split into two groups.
Yeah, so everyone was kind of stuck on Main in a like very cuttable location, you know, and there's a line there with the crowd, and then we were up in the intersection, and then they like came around the corner and there's another line there. And
Yeah.
So
So when they pushed you that way, we followed on Broadway because we lost two in that push. They got caught on the second group coming down. We were on Broadway. I remember exactly where it was. We were coming right there, and then everyone backpedaled, and we're like, what? And we had to come back out because they came around the corner.
Yeah.
By the time we caught you, you guys kept going past Burnside. We ended up cutting up there to catch the group that went the other way. And so then you guys other people came back, and we got stuck up towards the stadium.
Yeah.
And we ended up everyone meeting together, but we acquired a whole bunch of people that were just lost.
Yeah.
So we ended up with like 25 of us. So we're like, okay, well, we're between both groups, and we're trying to get intel, and then like, okay, they're all evac, it's just us.
Yeah.
Okay, well then let's go back to the Justice Center because that's where it's going to end up. And then we had trouble getting back to the Justice Center.
Yeah.
It was like the pressure to like almost pedal people into that area.
This is their favorite right here. This is the gas wind tunnel.
Yeah.
The gas has nowhere to go but into you.
Yeah.
There's no building, no wind, nothing. And I'm like, I stay out of that tunnel right there. It's no bueno.
Yeah.
There's cops, There's one cop. That's nothing. Yeah, see, this isn't really, there's 2 cops, 3 cops.
No,
There's this guy out here, he's new. Real Nordic looking white guy. Was wearing khaki pants, camouflage khaki pants or whatever one day.
Very Abercrombie.
Very like G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Like that's how you'd be like, oh. Yeah, he's been.
Yeah, that dude did come out of plastic.
Yeah, like that is manufactured clothing, right?
He just kind of showed up and has been, you know,
Fresh from the pot.
man. I don't know. He doesn't inspire a lot of trust.
There's a person.
Kevin.
Yeah.
Mason.
Okay.
On that, online we've chatted a little bit, and I know we've chatted on the street before.
Yeah.
I officially introduced myself. Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. Thanks for the effort and all.
Oh yeah, no, not a problem. How's it looking tonight?
I'm getting all kinds of reports.
We've had weirdos with trucks and ropes in the park earlier.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. I'm preparing for anything.
Right? I think what may happen if it does hit that point is going to be like, unfortunately, serious stuff.
Yeah.
It'll be like a car swipe or a serious fight and a stab wound. It doesn't seem like a night for petty stuff. It just seems like it's going to go hard really fast for a hot minute.
Yeah.
That's my impression. You know, I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be right, I mean.
Yeah, exactly. But it's getting to the point where you're like, man, I'm tired of being right.
Dude, you should tell me about it. You know, I mean, I'm glad that I have some insight, though, because there's been some bad situations.
Cut all the tape here. That was me.
Yeah. He's trying to get some TikTok cred. He said, I did that. Mom, do you see me? Mom, I'm bad, and I'm a liberal. Yeah, did you see the thing with RCJ?
Oh, that they're going on vacation?
Yeah!
Rose said he does it. They're going on a spirit killer retreat.
Right! With a missing $80,000 in funds.
Yeah. We don't know what they're doing.
Where'd the money go?
Whitney band. No coming back from Vanguard, and his page has been banned from Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Like he was member in good standing like 3 weeks ago.
No, he wasn't. He was on probation. They violated his probation, gave him the fucking eternal banning, and then just had Facebook complain his page out of existence.
Okay.
I don't want to get too close to the camera. Yeah. This full moon has done a lot of people in the ass with no lube. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, I'm getting some of this. I can zoom on that. What? This is protest related. Oh yeah. All right, I'm done. What? There's all sides to protest. If any of you guys are being judgy, fuck you.
No.
Get your white girls out here. I'll get them too.
Ladies beautiful.
Oh, I talk so much shit.
I think isn't that backwards?
What? You know, I don't give Portland much rhythm at all. Oh look, they found that camera now. Now they're hitting it with the laser finally. See the double light on the corner to your right. Dual lights, single pole, camera, the light. Southwest corner of the intersection.
Okay.
Come back a little bit, there's a pole with 2 lights.
Oh.
Then behind it, yep, that's a new camera they just put in. A little bit below that, there's a 360-degree bowl.
It is out of my range because there's a tree branch on it.
Yep. That's also why I'm standing here.
Right?
Not that they don't have me already.
That one I've got though.
Yeah, they're all over the screen.
Yeah. This might be an early night. And I say that and it never happens. It's like 5:30, I'm out here like, oh, the sun's coming up. I hate this. Yeah, I had a salad today and then another salad.
Yeah. Padby salad. Whole salad day. Dang.
For the rest of my days. Well, maybe not. I don't know how much it's going to affect my diet if they take the whole thing out.
They supplement what your gallbladder makes. They supplement it back with pills.
Oh, great. I don't want to take
The
pills.
fact that the amount of time that you spend at Bob's, the chances that you are not going to eat barbecue.
You know,
Essentially not.
I will quit eating almost all meat. I mean, that pain is not something I can shrug off.
Yeah.
It had, okay, so it got so bad, I had one of those red bottles of eye wash.
Yeah.
My brain went, there's either Visine or milk of magnesia in there, and either of those will get what's in my stomach out. And I was thinking about drinking it. I went, okay, wait, you're on the wrong thought tree. Call 911, Kev. You're trying to make some shit up now. I was like, fuck it. I'm calling 911. That doesn't seem like the right thing to, because I'm like, okay, if it's milk and magnesia, it'll help. And I'm like, if it's Visine, then I'll puke whatever's in there out. So I'm like, it's a win-win. Once the tear hit, 911 was the next thing. Because I was like laying on the ground where you just make that, and I'm like, okay, you're repeating tones. That's bad, Kev.
Yeah.
And it wasn't stopping, though. Like, when they got the morphine in, I finally got some sleep. They were concerned about my blood pressure, and I kept telling them, it's because I'm in so much pain. I'm in the fetal position. This sucks. I don't see the end of it. Yeah, I'm a little stressed right now.
Yeah.
And then they did their tests and found out I don't have any of the indicators for, what's the word I'm looking for?
Hypertension.
No, something over time. The markers that would show that it's a sickness versus a spike. No, it's a word. Damn it. They said I don't have any of the symptoms, indicators for any of the diseases that I would show if it was a disease, like a sickness or something.
Yeah, it depends on what they're looking for.
Yeah, they said I didn't have any of that. They said everything's good. So it's, and then they did the ultrasound?
Yeah, the ultrasound.
And then they did the CT scan.
Oh.
I went in the machine with the donut.
Yeah, we call it the donut of truth.
I went in there, huh?
Did they call you today?
No, it's a holiday, pseudo holiday. I'm calling them tomorrow.
Not according to the calendar.
Right.
The calendar, it was Friday that was the pseudo holiday.
Right, but I woke up late at Bob's. I woke up at 2 and I realized that
the truth comes out.
Well, I was tired. Last night was a little
justified.
We sprinted.
Yes, we did.
Backwards and forwards. Multiple times.
There's got to be a cheaper way to get that kind of exercise.
Not right now. 24-hour fitness is spendy. As it is, I'm getting a bus ticket down, bicycle chasing. I get eye exercises. Oh, it's time to read the comments.
You admittedly did, like, your sickness, your gallbladder thing was, like, exactly like what one of my professors would write on a question. Like a 40-something-year-old male presents to the emergency department after a massive barbecue feast.
For real.
With upper right quadrant pain.
And then they poked at me because I'm like, they're like, okay, we're going to do this. And then I started hearing stuff that they were saying while I was in pain.
Yeah.
Like, so earlier, this is just some weird shit, Facebook, so you guys need to be not judgy on this. I had looked at myself in the mirror and was unhappy at my belly area, right? Because I didn't make the connection. I'm making the connection now that my belly was swollen from the diet. It wasn't just a spike. I can track it back to my diet the week before and how this built up. And I remember looking in the mirror going, my shirts don't fit. I'm totally way too in shape to have a belly like this. And I remember being bothered by it. And then I get on the table in the hospital and they were like poking at my belly and they're like, oh, his belly's swollen. I'm like, what? Wait, is this related to the... And then they found the spot over here, which made me do the safety dance.
Yeah.
And I was like... And I'm like, oh! So now I can actually track this back to... This has been like a 2-week thing that might have really just been triggered by the gas. I took really 2 good hits of tear gas or CS, whatever they're using.
Yeah.
And that chemical might have, because I'm reading all about the menstrual cycle affections, all the other stuff it's doing to people.
Super pro-inflammatory.
Yeah.
It'll just fuck you up everywhere.
So there's no, especially inflammatory. That's what happened. The damn thing got inflamed. So, okay, I can moderate the diet immediately. I can't do anything about the gas. But, as soon as I made that connection, meat's gone. Fuck meat. That sucked. That feeling sucked. If they got to yank it out, okay. If not, we'll figure it out. I'll just be grumpy about some shit.
Yeah.
But they're all talking about it now. gastroenteritis.
It wasn't gastroenteritis. That's the fancy word for food poisoning.
Oh, yeah, because I would have felt better when I puked.
Yeah.
I didn't. I felt worse.
Yeah.
Like that's what made me concerned. So for you guys who had to listen to my TED talk on medical stuff, I bring you fireworks. Yeah, no, it was once I could tell at the end of the morphine I was in pain still, that it was cloaking it, but as soon as the pain went away, the swelling was gone. I did my own poking. That's when I was like, okay, so we're just not going down that road. We'll see what the tests say. If they're serious, then we'll go that route. If they're not, what do I need to do? Because I have no problems making the adjustment to my diet. I'm 47. Hello. There's a timer. And I'm too active not to be healthy. I really am. So that's egg, whatever that is. All right, my people are yelling at me to get closer. How long are you guys gonna be out?
If you want stuff to pop off, you could just leave right now.
Would only be level 1. It would wait till I or someone else or one of most of the medics. Okay, we're done.
Yeah.
Then they'd rush out like with. Oh wait, I can zoom in for you guys. There you go. Now it's like you're closer. I can't believe that guy's truck's still not fixed. That might develop into a bad thing.
Yeah.
If he gets his friends down here and they don't defuse that, oh, who brought s'mores? So yeah, I'm gonna give you guys some serious camping s'mores advice. You take the marshmallow, you take a Rolo, you shove the Rolo in the marshmallow, you roast that marshmallow, and you take your chocolate and your graham cracker and you smash that in between that, and then you eat that, and then when you're done smiling, you go, thanks, Kev. That's what I got.
Try the chocolate covered graham crackers.
Oh, those might not last long enough to make the s'mores.
Well, you just put it in the funnel.
Yes, funnel s'mores. That's what's up. All right, I'm gonna walk you guys over here. I had to meet up with some people.
This guy talking about his fears on
Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Now! What do we want? Justice! What do we want?
Eyes on a Tuesday. In a while. You know Tuesday? Oh. You two need to meet. So tonight I've been trying to circulate groups getting together. So he's one of the better groups he's the one that helped this guy get away from the fucking asshole that fucked his tire up. So.
We'll see.
But I think it is good for groups. We will not be able to come together as a society unless we are really able to have open conversations with each other about what we actually want.
Yeah, 40
What is
shots
this
for
guy
fire
doing?
That doesn't surprise me.
I don't know if Tuesday's over there, but I don't know what's going on over there. But
There's not any law enforcement. They
guy
did put
always
up,
tripping
just
about?
like the Justice Center has the white paint on it that is fireproof. Here, I'll take you guys over there. They put up white paint, the white fireproofing. So this is the fireproofing that they have, and they have all of the windows boarded up as well. I'm not as loud. Is that good or bad? I don't know. I have a new mic, so since the feds kept all my stuff, I'll try to stay safe, Joe. Yeah, I don't mind the trolls because there's actually an individual who is making donations based on troll comments, Trump 2020 comments, etc. Yeah, I have someone working on that, on the troll situation. Yeah, no one plans on burning, but there was a threat that this guy was going to run protesters over. That's why I'm focused on that. I'll go back to streaming everything else in just a minute.
Gave you a Gave you a ride home. Like,
yeah, it's a black truck. So I go by Ari. So we're trying to name our stream. So tonight we're with Ari.
that's it.
Yeah, I was telling people that the trolls are literally helping the algorithms on Facebook. No, Trey, I don't think that anyone that disagrees with the narrative is a troll. That's not at all what I consider troll comments. As you can see, my stream is pretty open to conversations. Yeah, the donations are legit. John Rock donates for every troll comment and Trump 2020 comment. He has an organization that donates money to Black Lives Matters and other organizations for people of color. So that's why I leave up troll comments and Trump 2020 comments and such. Because it really is helping the movement.
They might be changing 2 tires.
So they also have the fireproof paint on the Justice Center too. Trey, I'm glad that you, as a person of color, has not experienced the inequality. Do you live in Portland, Oregon? Just curious. Or the surrounding area in Oregon, period. Because I think that if you talk to people out here, you would find that there's a different story. Oh, awesome, Ian. Thank you. Hey, Ollie. Glad to have you on the stream tonight. You're not on there. No, I was just letting you know that you're not on there.
That's why
Mike, open over there. Just go slow so that they know to clear the street.
I've seen a kid that always looks out of the fire.
People are freaking out at it. Or the protest. It's no damn noise.
You're saying stock photos from their cameras?
From that angle.
Like
They had pictures of, oh, sorry. They had pictures of the people lighting fireworks from that angle.
Where are they posted?
Twitter, on Twitter
On
for
Twitter?
the PBD, yeah.
Okay.
That's what made me want to look there. 'Cause I'm like, their camera is on the corner of the building, so how can it look directly at the intersection? So I came over here and looked, and I'm like, oh, there's a camera right there.
Jeff, what do you want me to
That's how
talk to
I
him
did it.
about?
I came to it backwards.
Where are you streaming at?
Facebook?
What's your name?
Kevin David Williams. This is Bench Barricade.
Oh, thank you, Larry. Yeah, I try to keep the truth out here, you know.
Hi.
There it is. There's 200 on here, and it's restreamed at 3 other places.
What up?
Yeah.
I'm taking a break. I'll get back to you.
Your legs crossed, like relaxing, like you're
crossed my legs.
like feeding the pigeons
She
in
is.
the park.
I know, I'm like-
So last night you missed it. So I got video of you walking around. I love you with the chair, man. I
know. The chair, you're like, I am. Yeah. They took it? Yeah.
I loved
They took our umbrellas,
Had a
too.
little time.
Big 6-foot umbrellas.
Just wanted to
So you
give
need another
those
chair.
of you who aren't
I'll get you another one. I
from
will.
here.
Because
This is
people on the
the
stream
Apple
absolutely
Store in
love it.
Portland, Oregon. And as you can see, the walls were boarded up. And
And then they shot me. I'm like, I have infrared of that. Dude, I want to see it. I've never seen it. I'm like the person in it, and I want to see it.
So the fact that y'all can hear me is actually confirming the issue that I thought it was. Normally the external mic faces away and I'm hard to hear in this context. So I'm gonna fix that.
Some people say I'm biased, but I think when you ask me a personal question, then obviously you're going to get personal on that sense. I'm not sure. I'm waiting to see if it's safe to find out. I believe someone had said that he was trying to hit people. I don't know. I'm going to find out in a second. Thank you guys for all tuning in. Yes, take care of the doggies, Trey. You should eat clowns for lunch. Real clowns.
That's good, mate.
Okay, so this is the guy that usually has the chair and the red camo pants. He's going to tell you a story.
Loud if you're gonna like say something around the viewers.
I used to do meth. I only did it for 6 months. It almost destroyed my life. That's why I'm here now.
Thank you. It makes you really stand out. I mean, all black is what we need.
This is my home. This place. I'm here at Occupy. I was in my element.
That's where I met you. Was in 2011. Like,
And I'm so fucking happy to be here again. And the only thing that I want to do is make sure that nobody dies. Because I've seen too much death. I've seen too much death in my life. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of people dying for no fucking reason. When I was on meth, I know what it feels like to be fucking psycho. I know what that feeling is now. And so that's why, I don't know. I don't know how to explain all of it. All I know is that when I'm out here, I feel like I'm serving a purpose. I feel like I belong here, and I'm going to fight for the truth. And that's all I stand for here. I just want the truth. And I think that everybody here stands for that. There's assholes. Assholes are always going to be assholes. My dad even said himself, without assholes, we're all full of shit. So, you know what? Fine. Let them be assholes and blame shit everywhere. You know what? We need it because guess what? When you're constipated.
Two questions. What got you started on that?
I found it. I was, no, it wasn't like that. It was, I found it.
Yeah, it's red camo pants guy.
Because it taught me a lot about myself. I wouldn't recommend it to people. Stay away from the shit. I found it in a bag and I wanted to throw it away, and then I got really, really, really drunk. And then I was on the fucking club. You just kind of had like you stumbled across it, you didn't have like your item. Well, I was in a very bad place at the time. I was a raging alcoholic. Like when I say raging, I was going through half gallons of beer.
Bring your hands
I don't know about Russian culture, but Russian culture is completely, yes, it's completely covered down all over.
Bring your hands down!
This isn't okay. This is a fucking OSHA violation. No. Like, I will call OSHA right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Bring your hands down!
I saw that. What do you say? We don't understand you.
Bring your hands up!
Put your hands up. Put your hands up. It's up.
That if you try to put on your
Detox will kill you when you're that far
It's
gone.
dangerous. It's dangerous. I went through it. The only reason, like no, in Russia, alcohol, like beer, any alcoholic beverages, like soft drinks, like Four Loko, beer, things like that, those are all considered soft drinks. There's no age limit.
You're the woman. You're the woman.
Well, I appreciate being here. It reinvigorated me a little bit. I was starting to get burnt out because it's a little overwhelming to come out and film and have these protests. And I saw you and I'm like, oh yeah.
shit. Excuse me, bitch. We fucking bad. So I'm done being out here saying my curls ain't curly and beautiful, because they is. You want my hair. You want to be me. So fuck that. Black people, we hopping in, bitch. What's good? Make some motherfucking noise! Black Lives Matter!
too. I got hooked on.
Nice. Wait, there's a red LED in the car. No, wait, it's a reflection. I thought you had a device on. You're good. Oh, sometime I want to go to Andy and see.
We are not going to be okay with it. We're not our fucking parents, bitch. I'm done. Bitch, I'm fucking done. I'm not going to let this shit happen to my kids. My kids should not go through this every fucking night. Fuck no.
No, I didn't finish pictures of all of them.
Oh.
No, I want PM them to me or something so I can use them because I want to report on what happened here.
So the next three in the leg with the silicone ones.
Yeah.
And the backside. The silicone ones.
Oh my god.
Because I
Straight
had
horrible.
because I was taking pictures and showed them my breast off and I tried to walk away.
Right. And now you know why my videos are all the time I'm walking backwards from there.
What's up? For anyone that took the max, last night they shut off the max, so just be warned if you do need a ride. There's a lot of people here. I'm sure we can all figure out how to get everybody home safe when we do leave. If that makes sense. We take care of our own, guys. Never leave anyone alone. Go in groups. Don't go by yourself. You see something going on, you take care of them. We help each other, because fuck that. They want to run as a fucking gross-ass group. Bitch, we a big group. There's more of us. One of you, fuck you, bitch. 10 of us, one of them.
fucking see you! Come on, motherfucker!
I told you to get out of my building!
Yep, come on, you fuck! Come on, you dirty swine slip piece of shit!
What's up?
Fuck you!
Why are y'all hiding?
Come on! Come on, let's do it! Incinerating the riot!
Y'all are hella escalating this!
Come on!
Yeah!
Come on!
Yeah!
I see you!
Losers!
Hey, get big, son! It can't be a perfect score!
Why you gonna stand up? How about you from up there? Come on now. Stop on the fucking wheel!
Oh, I see you!
Keep up!
Yeah, I dropped you guys. Oops.
Hey, it's a disco night. Yeah. How do you guys like it? Oh, there you are. Come on.
Yellow fever.
They're getting ready to pull out. That's probably an angry person.
What are you gonna do about it? You accuse me of being a rapist.
I'll just start using non Justice Center.
That's motocross in my bag. This is pretty good.
It's like there's three things happening at once. So there's like federal agents of some sort. They keep leaning over that balcony that they're lazing up there. Hence the chants. Hi, Eugene. Thanks for tuning in. Hi, Michigan. Jacksonville, Florida. Keep it real. Wear the mask, man. The numbers are going up.
Says the person with the mask around his chin.
They can't see nothing, and you're telling. And no one was 6 feet around me.
They can touch you right now.
Whatever. I just got, all right. So you can't hear, if you can't hear me, you know whose fault that is.
Sorry.
Oh, whatever. So just sprung by. I think that was Springfield Solidarity. Pennsylvania, much love. What up, Phoenix? Yes, green hats are NLG. You'll see them sprinkled out through the crowd. They are observers. They are helping keep PPD and their actions documented and within the specified restrictions that they're supposed to be following. I believe they've got an active case against them currently. Definitely go dig your own research on that. Don't just listen to me blabber. But it shouldn't be too hard to find. I don't know why you're making your turn this wide, dude. Really? Oh,
No good cops in a racist system!
Oh, I know who this is.
No good cops in a racist system!
I think this is G.I. Joe.
No good cops in a racist system! No good cops in a racist system!
Yesterday he was carrying around a chair. Today he's carrying around a shovel. He had a folding chair. It was really awesome. Like one of the little circles with the little ball around it. With the circles, the little town circles and all that. Yeah, he was carrying one of those around. That's really the... Okay, so we gave all of the POCs this rolled up hug. So they feel he's okay. But that whole group, we don't know if they're okay. They're all, in my mind, they're all questionable. So, on one sense, he's okay, but on the other sense, do some research. How about that? Let's try to put it in a positive. Do some research. Yes, yes.
Word up. Somebody got arrested for something they didn't do illegally so bad. Put them in the justice center for no reason at all. So we should not be messing with the feds over here. Educate yourself. Don't mess with the feds. Fuck the police! 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 I said fuck the police! Kill the police! Fuck all them motherfuckers! That's right.
Oh, the kids, Rhonda? Okay, I'm sorry, I misunderstood your comment. It's hard to read all the comments and, like, maintain what I'm thinking. So, Rhonda, that's one area. That was in Chicago, correct? Where the kids were killed on Father's Day, mainly. That was Chicago. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was addressed by several of the speakers, that also needs to stop. We need to care about our kids, and, you know, they're the future of this world, and we need to make sure that they're protected and safe. Just like the 15-year-old that was beat.
Go fuck yourself. I mean, go fuck yourself. 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 Fuck you.
Yeah, Mandy, they're saying, you know, let's think about this. The Justice Center over here is county, and that's who the Portland Police Bureau, that's where they are. The feds are not part of the local defunding. They're not part of the fight, and so he was telling them to leave the federal courthouse alone because our fight is with the Justice Center and Portland Police Bureau, and we need to focus on that. That's what he was saying. motorcycle. Chris, I do have a big mouth, and I'm using my big mouth and my privilege to help get the story out. If you don't like it, you're welcome to exit the same way you entered. Have a great night. There are leaf blowers coming down, though, to protect people from the tear gas. Aaron, it's not about no police. That's what people aren't understanding. Abolishment means no police. Defunding means police for crime. But me personally, I protect my family because I have a right to bear arms, and I will make sure that my family is protected. The police have not protected me and my family when we've needed them.
I don't know why people are standing on the sidewalk. That don't make sense. That ever don't make sense. It was our street. Let's get in the streets, y'all. It's our fucking streets, right? Right?
Thank you, Casey Palmer. I'm glad to know that Memphis is standing with us. I know that Detroit is standing with us. Continue, you guys, to tell me every city that's standing with us. I'd love to hear about it.
What's his name?
George Floyd.
That was pathetic. Come on, y'all. What's his name?
George Floyd.
What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. What's his name? George Floyd. Fuck 12. Fuck 12. Fuck 12. Fuck 12.
Thank you for Minnesota standing with us in Coos Bay. Coos Bay, we plan on taking a trip down to you guys too. We heard you need help. Thank you, Don, for letting us know that Chicago is standing with us. Lacrosse sticks are amazing. Thank you for Vancouver being with us, in Orlando, Springfield, Roseburg. Oh my gosh, I love all the support, you guys. New York City. Patrick people do clean up each night. There's also Snack Man, who feeds both the protesters and the homeless. So people do clean up the messes. Just like at the Apple store, people have been maintaining the rose wreath and keeping it clean. Rhonda, they did matter, and I will get more information on that so that I can share their names too.
Okay, I got a skin, and it's kind of like the one you did, but it's just a little different. Just a little. You probably heard it, and I like it, so we're gonna do it. Okay? Okay, cool. So, take it to the streets and fuck the police. Now bounce that ass, no peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. Now bounce that ass, no peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. Now bounce that ass, no peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police. Now.
Robin, do you think pedophiles' lives matter?
Take it to the streets and fuck the police. Now bounce that ass, no peace. Take it to the streets and fuck the police.
Excuse me. Can I share you? No, I want to share your stream information if you want.
You can, it's on Facebook, Taylor, T-E-Y-L-E,
Taylor Riddell is live on Facebook too. You guys should go check out her stream. If you're bored with mine.
I'll be out here every night until I have to go to work at 3 a.m. So. Thank you.
Yeah, you're shared on Halo Space. And Halo Space is a nonprofit media, and
they're mad.
It's being restreamed multiple places. So.
Oh shit. Okay.
Like right now, there's 400 followers, and then it's restreamed like 3 other places. So.
Awesome. Okay.
Hopefully, people come over and check you out.
Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets.
Yeah, Taylor Riddell. Thank you, Jen.
Hey, don't step in that.
Our streets.
I think that's
our streets.
Our
streets. Our streets. Our streets. Our streets.
Yep, Blake, but any pedo, I don't care. I don't care about pedos. They cause so much damage in people's lives that pedos need to go somewhere. Kevin David Williams is also streaming. Go check out his stream, you guys, if you get bored with mine. Or if you don't get bored with mine, double watch streams and go check them out. Taylor Riddell, Tayleeradl. You guys keep dropping other people's streams in here. If you know they're out here streaming, drop them in here. Let people go watch everybody's streams. Share the love.
Twitch.
On Twitch, and what's your...
Oh, it's Egnar Husky.
What is it?
Egnar Husky.
Egnar Husky?
Yeah, IGNAR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go check out Egnar Husky on Twitch, guys. And it's IG, Egnar Husky.
So today marks the day of 4 years that Philando Castile died from the cops, and I feel like, and the cops were acquitted with no charges.
Someone please.
And I feel like we should say his name in remembrance of him. So say his name.
Philando Castile.
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 Thank you. Thank you. You guys are great.
Lighting a candle for Fernando Castile.
Hey, ho, ho. These races got to go. Hey, ho, cops have got to go. These racist 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 cops have got to go.
Soul is on, so you guys can all go over to Soul's page and tell him that Ari sent you.
What are we here for?
And from Halo Spaced,
When do we want it?
I would appreciate it.
Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
Last I checked, Karina, people, her family did not want her name chanted, her name mentioned. Right now they're trying to deal with everything and grieve. We do share her GoFundMe. So if anyone wants to help with one of the victims from the Seattle accident, there's a GoFundMe up for Summer Love.
How it's gonna be, by the way.
If someone knows the family personally and they have approved us chanting her name, let me know.
Justice for all! I hope you run out of toilet paper.
Yeah, DeAndre Marquise's Soul. I think I just lost half my viewers. That's okay. Go over and say hi to Soul. He's had it rough. We've all had a lot of threats. But I guess he had some more specific threats tonight. So I'll be keeping an eye out on him when I see him. Just like when the cops are harassing him, I try to go over and film so that he is protected. Just everybody has had threats out here. It's kind of crappy. Especially the more viewers you get, the more threats you get. Lance Soul is another live streamer. He goes by DeAndre Marquise or Soul Luna.
Between your fingers. And I hope someone switches your sugar to salt.
Thanks, Brian. You know what? That's why I share everybody's pages, because everybody can go pick and choose where they want to be.
I hope none of your relatives bring that one meal that you always look forward to, and it's the only thing that makes it bearable for your other cousins, because you know
Raj, I'll try to be as safe as I can. At this point, the police and feds are definitely targeting me. So I tried to change up my outfit.
I do water too. Because I was like, wait, you need that. Yes. There's water. Thank you. Yeah.
Erica, a lot of people are off work because of COVID. A lot of places still haven't brought back their workers. But a lot of us have jobs. Some of us stay out here till 3 a.m. and then go to work. Some of us have come down just on our days off. Everybody's different. I know a few streamers, including myself, we have sabbatical from our jobs. So... Kelly, I'm pretty sure you say that every night, or somebody says that every night. If I'm asked my opinion, that's my opinion. Beyond that, I'm just out here to share the truth. Whatever happens, happens. Just like the police brutality, or if you guys see damage, you know, I'm not going to hide what's going on. If that makes me biased, then head over to Fox News. They'll help you out with the bias. Yes, Trolls Fund BLM. So anyone that's not aware, Trolls Fund BLM. There's a private donor who is providing donations for every troll comment. And it's going to Black Lives Matters and other organizations that help people of color. John Rock is helping us out with that. Thank you, John Rock, for being amazing. One day I will give you a giant hug because you are amazing.
That's good. That's a good photo.
Yeah, Kelly, our organization that I'm streaming for, nonprofit Halo Spaced, has approved us answering questions. And if it shows bias, it shows bias. We have a right to answer questions that are asked of us if we choose to. Some of us choose not to answer questions. I like interacting with my viewers and I like answering questions, but that's just me. Joe, I don't know a single person that's gotten a Soros check. They got a Trump check, but they didn't get no Soros check. Kelly, I'd like to know one spot that I instigated the police. I think also you don't realize that there's multiple streamers on Halo Spaced, so you're watching different people's streams different times. So you might want to check yourself. Carol, you're not the only one locked and loaded, honey. So, Dean, the population in Oregon is 3% black. So you're going to see that represented in a protest, right? You're not going to have every person in the black community come out. You're going to have a percentage of that community compared to mainly white, but also Mexican, Egyptian, Romanian, Ukrainian, Russian. You know, you're going to see Mexicans, Latinos, everything out here. So, yeah, there might be 3% of the protest, just like 3% of the Oregon population is out here, but that's besides the point.
When I was homeless and the police were called on me 3 different times. And somebody in AA told me not to let anybody get me down, and I was lucky retirement. And so I went.
Chad, when did I instigate? I'd like to know. What day and what stream? Because I have never instigated the police. I did tell the police I wasn't going to walk faster because I'm not. I have a break in my foot and I'm not going to walk faster. I was keeping with the pace of everybody else. If that's instigating, then I don't know what to tell you.
I was literally, it was to the point where I would say boundaries, and they would still not understand, leave me alone, and I had the right not to talk to them. And I was harassed as a homeless person and stuff. And this is called Washington. And I would sing this song.
Yep, thank you for boosting our algorithms, guys. Keep up the good work. Halo Space is a nonprofit media organization that's out here and also will be other places to get the message of what's going on out here. So if you look on Facebook on Halo Spaced with a D, it explains more about Halo Space. Philip Sitbon is the founder, and he also streams and has a YouTube page.
Something deep down in my soul says, cry, girl. When I saw you in that girl walking
Kelly, what are you talking about that I'm promoting fundraising for anyone that doesn't fit your narrative opinion? No, somebody else is funding it. I'm just letting you guys know that if you leave troll comments, they're funding Black Lives Matters. So I was just letting you know that your troll comments are funding Black Lives Matters and other organizations for people of color. What is your stream? What's your stream?
They're trying to build fake, let me think. They're making fake accounts, yada yada, and then,
I was just gonna share it. I'm with Halo Spaced, and so I was just gonna share, trying to share everybody's streams.
Can you guys hear me? Can you put your fist up if you can hear me, please? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, that was a beautiful song. I fucked him up before that. So let's give her one more round of applause, please. Yes, from the soul. All right, and now we have, sorry, let me try that again. Now we have someone who also wants to share their story about July 4th. I was also there, and it was a crazy fucking night. So, there you go.
I want to say thank you for the lovely song. Just an FYI, the renowned artist and musician Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday, the renowned singer, songwriter, and musician. She was killed in police custody. A genius among us was killed in police custody, and that was her. So I want to share a little story about July 4th, and I want to start with how it started for me. I was here to observe, to see what's going on, to join in the celebration, because I've never seen so many wonderful people all gathered to say no to the police violence that takes place around us every day. Yeah! Everybody who was out that night, it was the coolest fucking 4th of July I've ever been to. That's right. So as the night moves on, you know, we got the tear gas, we got the police, we got dudes coming out in fatigues and got all sorts of shit going on. It's like, how the hell do we keep track of everything? So at some point in the evening, I see this line of police gathered on 4th and Yamhill. And there's about 3 other protesters who are right in front of them, you know, just maybe 5 or 6 feet away. So I go and stand in solidarity with my brothers and sisters there in the front line. And what I see made me upset. Because one of those dumbass cops starts shoving a young woman hard with his baton. If she had gone down on the ground, she could have gotten seriously hurt. So I put myself between him and the other people in the line because I want to be able to say this is wrong. I want to be able to say it not just in my words but in my actions. So I start getting pushed back too. We all start getting pushed back down the road and they start speeding up on us. About a block later, I'm on the side of the road being pushed into a bike lock which I grab onto so I don't go onto the ground. After being shoved, choked, and repeatedly attacked by the police. I get arrested at that moment, and at that point, after going through the arrest, going into custody, I'm safer because now I have eyes on me. But when you're on the street like that, and it's the heat of the moment, people get hurt. One of them almost broke my thumb trying to arrest me. I'm one of the fortunate ones though. One of my friends, Eric, who was in the jail with me that night, he couldn't walk. He was in a wheelchair that night because of his knee. I don't know how he got fucked up like that, but the police did it. Another of my friends got shot in the spine and was dragged away from the police. The police accused him of running from the cops, even though he was laying on his back on the sidewalk when they... How could he run? There was a whole group of us who got pulled in that night, and we talked it up, said fuck the cops, Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, fuck Donald Trump. And we're all inside this damn building.
Yeah! The police are not sovereign citizens! They're all fucking pigs! Fuck the pigs! Burn the motherfucker! Bunch of fucking cowards! Burn the motherfucker down! We're fucking waiting for you, bitch! Burn them, set it on fire right now.
So at this point, you probably can understand why I'm a little bit angry. still have my backpack. I have to get it from the place that's in Northeast Portland where property is taken. So something just to put into the grapevine, so to speak, is if you know someone who's getting arrested, who's been arrested, they might need help getting their stuff, and it's all the way up in Northeast Portland. So for anybody who's planning or willing to take the tactic of willing arrest, please, those of you who can support them, help them get their stuff, help them get a ride when they get released in the morning. See how you can make the process for people outside of the jail really accessible. How can we make the process for people who are getting released accessible? I talked to a man named Timothy, an elderly man who had been just released from jail, and there's nobody to support him when he got out. He just walked back into the city with no support. And I did my best. I gave him a t-shirt and like a couple cigarettes, like all I could. I didn't have much on me. But he should be having a fresh meal, fresh clothes, somebody to take a shower. That's what someone needs when they get right out, because it's a harsh place. They'll just walk back out and be right in the middle of the city again.
Help them get home.
Help them get home.
We should have people just post it up outside. We know what time they release. We should just have with donation money. We should have people just post it up. We know when they release people. Tonight. I don't know if you can get supplies.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's federal, there is no bail.
Yeah, no, as soon as the federal agents have shown up, they're not releasing anyone. It's no bail. That's why the last night or two that you've seen, people just run. We don't walk, we run. Because you don't get released. You can't be bailed out.
I've been here. I ride on my scooter. Because I'm disabled. I'm out here even though I'm disabled.
Is it true that they're not even giving charges? They're just putting people in and
Hey, bro.
I'm not sure of that.
Always keep it down.
Before the federal agents were here, when they got locked up, the DA had to throw it out.
Hey,
They know.
someone say there's a sign-up sheet somewhere. I'd stick my name on it. No problem.
They said they were gonna start one, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Excellent.
Organization is there to help, but now that's not the case because you can't do it's federal court.
And they're not even announcing an unlawful assembly anymore. So now we can't.
Yeah, there's no warning. There's no warning. Just remember, last night.
No more warning.
Last
They
night
stopped
they
giving
gave no
warning.
warning. They just charged.
Are they legally obligated to give us those warnings?
They're not fucking legal. They don't feel like they're legally obligated to do shit.
arrested. You understand? But
So, I wanted to make a small announcement. So tomorrow, we're going to be going to the district attorney's office, and we're going to be having a sit-in at 9 p.m. And we have some demands that we're going to be trying to talk about as well. So if you guys would like to come to that, that's going to be something that we're gonna do tomorrow to actually start getting this shit moving, because we're tired of getting tear gas and not having.
Actually, they were giving warnings previously, but in the TRO, they have to give a warning or 2 warnings before they fire upon the crowd for PPB, not for federal agents.
I want actual justice. So if you guys do be here at 9 or try and get here by 8:30, 8 o'clock to, be here for the presentation, try and really figure out what's going on with all that so you can stay updated. But that's kind of our first little step that we're making.
Yeah, federal marshals are still here, so is Border Patrol and Department of Homeland Security. All 3 of those agencies are still here.
So we're trying not to do anything. Yeah, we're going to be starting here and then going to the DA.
Yeah, Josh, but I will not run from things, and I'm usually on the front lines, but I have a different privilege because I present more white than Native. I have a different privilege than Soul. The police have really harassed Soul, and he's a target now. I mean, I'm a target now too, but I feel safe knowing that I'm not going to be killed from them.
Maybe write those down too, and we can see what we can do about those today. If some of you guys have questions. I know a lot of you guys are always wondering what we're doing, what we're here for. I don't know, everyone's like justice, but yeah, let's define justice, So if you guys have questions, just, be here around 8 between 8 and 9, and we can, kind of have a Q&A type thing, okay? So just letting you guys know that.
Power to the people! 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 No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! Say his name! George Floyd! Say her name! Breonna Taylor! Say his name! George Floyd! Say her name! Breonna Taylor! Power to the people! Power to the people! Power to the people! Okay, go ahead.
Well, do you not think that there's privilege? I mean, help me understand why you feel that there's no privilege.
I still like it over next door, in front of the federal building.
Yeah?
No.
The federal building, when I go in front of it, they drag me inside.
Well, they should. Those guys are crazy. Those troops, Homeland Security, and last resort, they will kill you. They will kill you. With if somebody tries to, like a weapon or something.
Yeah.
They will shoot to kill you.
Oh yeah, they're locked and loaded.
And you can't hold them accountable.
Yep.
All they're doing is protecting the federal court.
Yeah, the federal courthouse.
Because it's already damaged down below.
Yeah.
Well, that building has feelings, damn it.
Huh?
That building has feelings, damn it. It's a living thing. I'm being facetious.
You're gonna hurt its feelings if you keep knocking on its
Yeah,
door.
you keep knocking on the federal
Jeez.
building.
Don't knock on their door. It has feelings.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the agents are there. They will. I hate to see it coming, but I think that when these times protests, I really think that there's going to be
someone dying.
A couple of people or whatever are going to get shot and killed by the Homeland Security.
Yeah. Scary.
No, it's not scary. It's just the road. If the people want to be violent or whatever, there's consequences.
Do you think this is being violent?
Huh?
Do you think this right here is being violent?
No, not really.
I was doing this, and they drug me in there.
Well, when they're coming storming out, you're probably
Nope.
in a way.
I wasn't. I have the video of it. I can show you. I was standing behind a pole, off their steps. They drug me up their steps on my back through glass and everything else. You know why? Because cameras tell the truth.
Yeah. But I would not mess with the Homeland Security.
Nope.
Or anything.
True, true.
They're dogs. They're
That's
trained
what-
to be dogs.
That's why they said our fight's over here.
Nobody's gonna fuck with nobody here because there's no intent. It's all boarded up.
It is.
And then if you get out of line, they open up those little
Yeah, they have
doors.
little portholes.
Right
so
there.
if anyone gets out of line, they just stick their weapons
something?
out those portholes.
But I would, all these boards, I put gasoline on it and just torque it. I mean, burn the wood.
Yeah, that's why they put the fireproof paint on it.
I don't think that's.
It's been tested.
And because they got into the main entrance through here.
Did they?
Through the glass.
Oh, when it was all glassy, yeah. Yep, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you drill a hole.
Hey, listen up!
The gel?
Listen up! Portland, Oregon. How are you tonight? That's awesome. I think that is awesome. Everybody came out here tonight to support each other. America is pretty messed up right now because of everything we're going through with these viruses. Our families are being sick.
Yeah, if only part of the event is being released, that's different. But when you're live streaming and you can see live what's going on, then obviously the footage isn't edited.
You got to have good leaders.
Get some good people behind us, some positive people, not people that want to destroy things, come up messing up million-dollar buildings that we didn't pay for, that all of our taxes pay for, and start inviting each other to our family barbecues. Like really getting to know each other, like black people, white people. It's not really about us being different colors. I think that we just don't know each other as
Rebel, I
people,
have a great job, thanks.
and that we're all too scared or either too ashamed to admit it. That sometimes people hold grudges against people, or some people don't like other people for certain reasons. We're all human. We all have the right to feel how we feel, but it's not okay to hate someone or to hate your kids, or those kids hate other kids at the playground because of they have a different skin color or come from any type of different background. Like we all go through things as people together. Like
Yeah, we told people halfway into the street is federal. So halfway into the street, if they tell you to get off of it, get off of it because it's federal.
Family problems, and we're not different than the person you stand next to today. I think that maybe because I look like
over here,
how I look like a thug or
over here.
someone who's intimidating, I'm not that kind of person. Actually, like I just like the clothing, and it's how I grew up. So a lot of people get this misconception about African American people or black people or how we call each other niggas. You know, like I just think that we all have to understand things a little bit more before we start to judge people. Because we can all go through some of the same situations. I know a lot of our families have died because of this virus. We need to come together and we need to stand up and be human. We're all humans. And thank
The Cubans say
I'm not really like a protester.
I've never done this before, actually.
Who do they go back to?
Feel a certain kind of way, like it's time for us all to be happy. We can't be happy or can't do anything or move forward or create any type of businesses or make any kind of money if we hate each other. Like, it's uncalled for, it's ridiculous, and we just need to get over our own prejudices and our own prejudices and say hi to your neighbor when you walk outside. You know, like they used to do in the old times. We could keep our freaking doors unlocked and didn't have to worry about none of this craziness going on in the world. We need to be able to trust each other and trust our people and trust those in your neighborhood and get to meet some nice people. If they're not nice, get them out of your life. You know, who wants that negativity? But I don't think we should see color anymore. You as black or you as white, we should just be, hey, that's my friend, or that's some guy who he actually is hard working. I mean, he has a good job. He's not a thug like that, like everyone thinks.
You know, a lot of
Let's stop labeling each other.
protesting, you know.
Thank you.
I stopped it. Texas, Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia.
So one last time!
North Carolina. And
They're still here! Let them hear you scream! That's not enough! Let them hear you scream! Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Stay
Thanks, Tyrant. I try to do my best. You know, in life, you don't always have to agree on everything with somebody. Some of my best friends and I don't agree on everything.
No justice! No peace! No racist! Police! 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 No justice! No peace! No KKK, no fascist USA! No cops! No KKK, no fascist USA! No cops! No KKK, no fascist
Everybody out here, y'all make sure y'all go to the courthouse, or you go ahead and make a phone call, or you go ahead and send that email. Let them know that y'all know COVID is in there and folks' lives are in danger, because that's what happened. I'll remind y'all that when the shit was set on fire, they told us no one was in there. Now there's a whole host of folks in there suffering. There was a confirmed case of COVID. One of you maggots that like to come out here with no mask on.
Y'all got me fucked
Spread that shit. Fuck you all. Suck my dick from the back, you fucking
I'm gonna go down and check out the barbecue and show you guys the peaceful barbecue that's going on. Let me see. I'm not sure it's okay. Take you guys down and show you the barbecue that's going on by the snack van. It's the federal courthouse. They have all the fireproofing paint, but they still have their windows they can shoot out of. Just like the Justice Center has windows that can be shot out of, the little portholes. Good, how are you?
Good.
Do you need a gas mask? Yeah, we found somebody that has good ones for 60.
60? Okay. Yeah, these ones work alright, but definitely for the new stuff, they're probably putting on different stuff all the time.
Yeah, the one stuff has silicone in it. So it sticks.
It sticks and then it gives you shit.
So over here we have a peaceful barbecue. Even my other one didn't seal right because the strap broke when they drove me in the cross. And after that night, it was like 2 days later, it was still. Let's see, where is Jade? So over here, there's barbecue, free barbecue for everybody. And there was somebody trying to cause destruction, and the protesters are stopping them. They're policing themselves. This is the snack van. Jeremy. I forgot Jeremy. Hang on, I'll tell you guys Jeremy's last name in just a second. Because he streams on Facebook as well. So Jeremy Vajko, he streams on Facebook as well. Go check him out. He's the snack van man. He makes sure that there's snacks for the protesters. He also feeds soup and stuff to the homeless. Oh.
That guy literally, he said he's only comfortable with and you're arresting him. You're harassing him. I don't know. And I don't know what they like.
Jade.
No, but like find it like you weren't tearing boards off, you were providing snacks to people. No, I think that's why they're doing it, but it is really weird with
So I'm gonna pause this stream for a minute and then I will pop back on in just a minute. I need to go take care of something real quick.
Y'all the hooligan crew. Y'all some classic big crew.
Oinkers is at home. Oinkers had to take a night off. His voice is tired. Thank you, Rachel Weeks. Shout out to Rachel Weeks. Sent in support. Thank you, Rachel Weeks. Much appreciated.
Fuck
Yeah, Oinkers has been putting in work for the trolls in the chat. Man, yeah, we're really working on not responding to trolls. We did really good for like a week, maybe a week and a half. I feel like all of us as a collective, like even myself, didn't give in too much to the trolls, and we had a lot on a couple nights. I think just the repetitiveness of it. I feel like I finally started to just get irritated with it, and I finally snapped because it's just so often, it's so much. But we're definitely getting better. I just think that they're just so persistent. Thank you so much, Emma and somebody else. Hold on. Emma and Colleen Smith, thank you so much for your support. Shout out to you guys. But yeah, it's become abundantly clear that people are using my name to try to, boost themselves. That became clear, with the battle where that guy was claiming I was using bots, and then he made that fucking diss towards me. And then, it's been confirmed with the dude who was just bothering us today. So, it's become clear that people are only speaking out on me to get to try to pull in some fans for themselves, because they know that I'm probably going to reply. That's why he kept tagging me over and over. If he wanted to expose me and cancel me, he wouldn't have cared if I saw it or not, but he kept tagging me over and over, so I realized that. So I just realized I need to just stop fucking feeding these trolls. I need to stop feeding their egos and feeding their little small, super small support they have. It's like I need to... India Wine, thank you so much for your support. We just got that. But I thank you so much. But it's become clear that I'm supplying them with attention, addressing their issues. The reason I care so much to address issues is because I want people who see what's being shared to have a perspective of, at least they have my side too. You know what I'm saying? At least they know my response, and that's why I care so much to respond when people do say something negative about me. Because I see people liking comments and commenting themselves, sharing it. They're getting comments and shares too, and it's like I want everybody to at least see my perspective and see where I'm coming from as well. So that's why I care so much to respond over and over, because I feel like the more I respond, finally, everybody will eventually end up seeing my response, and then they can make their decision based off of two stories rather than just one. Because you can hear a story about fucking a guy. You could hear a story about a guy fucking an elephant, and you'll believe it. But he can be like, no, actually, I was putting the saddle on it. I don't know. It's just but it just gives you two perspectives to go off of. So, that's why I care to respond so much. But I'm just gonna fucking stop responding altogether, because I'm ultimately just fucking providing these motherfuckers with attention, and it's clear that that's all they're in it for. I used the worst analogy. I don't know. I couldn't think of shit. I was put on the spot, so I was like, the first two things that come into my mind, elephants and sex. I don't know why those were the first two things, but yes, I did forget Oinkers, but he's taking a rest for the night. He deserved it. He's been pushing hard for the last 3 days. No, it's not a fetish. I just couldn't think of anything. I just couldn't think of anything to say. It was a bad analogy. But you know what I'm like. You know where I'm coming from, though. At least, you guys know what I'm coming at. Someone said, no, we don't. Explain again. So I'll use another analogy. Let me think on this one first. I don't want to come out with another shitty analogy. I don't know. I can't think of an analogy right now. I just care what people think about me, and I need to. I mean, it's always good to care what people think, but I think I care too much, and that's the issue. And there's not too much going on as far as the protests, so I guess we can just fucking use this time to vent. I need to vent. I need to get shit off my chest. Anyway, so. I don't know where the hell she ended up going. I'm gonna walk around, try to find Mom's. She got sent to 7-Eleven and get waters, and she still hasn't come back, so we're gonna figure out where she's at. She's probably off talking to someone. So we're gonna check the parks. There she is. I knew she was in here talking to somebody. How did I know you were just in here freaking talking? Just chatting.
I was trying for like 5 minutes to fucking pinpoint where you were. And all I could
I was
correctness
sitting
on their side to
for like
talk
an
about
hour.
openly on their opinion. But on the right, sometimes you'll see in like seedier chat rooms or groups that would be considered far right, you know, really extreme right. They'll make the claim that a multicultural society has never actually worked in the world in civilizations before. And then on the left right now, the accepted position for most people and society, and what we're allowed to talk about, and it has very good arguments for it. Will say that it's obvious, like that's obvious what we need to do. What are your thoughts on that? And I'm not looking for the right answer. Obviously, we know what the politically correct answer is on that, and I'm just looking for your perspective on that. Like, what would you? I don't want to lead too much because I don't want to say I know your answer or whatever, but I guess what would your answer be and why? And then what would you think of the people that were proposing the other answer?
Well, I went to high school in New Orleans, which is a very ethnically diverse community.
Are there different ethnic communities there in New Orleans? Are they pretty integrated, or are they little neighborhoods?
I mean, there definitely are some neighborhoods that are more, one race than the other, for sure.
Yeah.
but the city itself, as far as the places where people meet
Uh-huh.
and mingle and do things, all the people in the city come to those places
Uh-huh.
and do the things.
Yeah.
And I really learned the value of embracing other people's culture there. That's kind of where the seed was planted.
Uh-huh.
With learning about new cultures, embracing new cultures.
Yeah.
Whereas in rural Alabama, there was that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I had black friends, but there was never any intermingling of cultures.
Huh.
In New Orleans, there's a lot of melding. I mean, everything from from music to food, to everything you can think of is there's just a melding of all these different cultures. It's really beautiful and really delicious, by the way, if you've ever been down there.
The what?
Really delicious if you've ever been down there.
I've never been down that area, but I like jambalaya and gumbo and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the food is fantastic.
Yeah. I worked in the oil field for a couple of years, and I had a buddy on one of the rigs with me. He was from, I believe it was Mississippi, it might have been Alabama. But he kind of described what you said about that same area. He said that the different ethnicities, like, they stuck to themselves, and it was even he described it as like mutual, like both sides wanted both sides to stick to themselves, and he. Anyways, he said both sides, if you had a member of one community going in the other community or vice versa, both of those communities would be ostracizing those people, like, hey, you need to stick with your people.
I'm not exactly sure where we're going, but there's a sit-in tomorrow night. Can you message me on Twitter? I had a couple questions. Sure. Have you messaged me? I try to get to messages on socials and stuff, but I get a lot of them, and a lot of them are pretty shitty, so. And I missed. If it's appropriate for stream, feel free to ask right now, but I can check DMs as well. What time is the sit-in? The sit-in starts around my usual stream time, which is, I usually start streaming at 9. So I'm probably going to go live around 8 tomorrow, 8 or 8:30. Feel free to talk more. Yeah, thanks. I mean, I'm personally not opposed to talking. I like to talk. I'm a smart individual and I have good and important things to say. But my goal with the stream is to give people the experience of what it's like to be at a protest. And if you come out to a protest, you're not going to be getting my commentary at a protest. That's a uniquely extreme experience. And I think part of the problem with media is that there's so much bias. And so even though, my stance is obviously very much in favor of the protests and the message that's being shared here, my purpose in streaming is to let everyone decide for themselves and talk about what's going on and make your own opinions. And so I try not to give my own commentary because that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to commentate and direct people's views, even though, I like to think that we're all on the same page here. But ultimately, I think it's important that people are able to make those decisions for themselves. And so I want people to be able to watch my content as a stand-in for not being able to go to the protest themselves. Some people live in the middle of nowhere, some people don't feel safe, or they're immunocompromised in the pandemic, or there's so many valid reasons on why people can't be out here. And so I want to give those people the experience of being at a protest. Full stop. And so I want that to be as close to the experience that you would have as coming here, which means good video quality, good audio quality, and no commentary. And people who do want commentary, there's lots of other places that you can get that. I know some people dual box my stream and listen to audio for other people and watch my video feed. I know there's a lot of aggregates that stream my content as well, which is why I made the sign. Some of them are good and I appreciate them. Like Woke. Woke's pretty great. There are other ones that are shitty or that are super sketch, whatever. So, yeah. I'm on Woke most nights. Hey, thanks, lady. But yeah, I realized that I could do a lot more to promote myself like build a brand and promote like something more than just what I'm doing with the stream, but that's not really my goal here. Like I just wanna share this experience with people. And so, you know, everything that comes from that is whatever it ends up being. But like that's my purpose, that's my angle. Thanks, Live from the End of the World. I appreciate it. And yeah, like I have nothing against talking. Like I was saying before, like I do think that there are some things that I would like to talk about at some point. I don't think that these protest streams are the platform for that. And it may be as simple as like having a spot in the afternoon or something where I pull up some of the VODs and like skim through, look for things and talk about them as we go. And some people do that with like other content. That's like a pretty standard Twitch stream thing. So there's a chance I might do some of that at some point in the future as well, either in addition to or after this. But yeah, I like to come out here and just let the stream speak for itself, and yeah, exactly, National. And just like, you know, give y'all this experience. So, sorry if I missed something. All right. My ride's here, y'all. Thanks for hanging out and chatting with me. I appreciate it. It was nice to talk to a few people for a second. I'll check my DMs, Anita, and anyone else who may have sent something. Yeah. I also, actually, the main reason that I wanted to talk was to update y'all on safety gear, because a lot of people ask me about this. I know I talk about it sometimes, and it's often a reason why I go home early at the end of stream, is because, like, yeah, I'm out here every day, yeah, I'm taking risks, like, this is not exactly a safe thing to be doing, but I take, like, calculated risks and do so when I feel a reasonable amount of safety, and so I'm getting more safety gear so that I can do more things, and I have ordered a vest, and I'm still trying to source a gas mask. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but the vest will be here later this week, and I'm hoping that I can either find a gas mask in person or find one online with quick shipping. So sometime a little later this week, in the next couple days, I should have all the stuff I'm missing. And yeah, it's important to stay safe. If anyone else ever comes out to protest or is a streamer or whatever, make sure you're being safe. Take care of yourselves. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do here that help, and getting hurt is not one of them. So, take care of yourselves. By the people on the corner. Okay. I see you. Thanks.
And the Southeast.
Sorry, I have a feeling somebody's like trying to say something and I keep missing it. And they keep trying to do it again. It's a little hard to walk and talk and reach out at the same time consistently. I don't mean to miss anyone's messages intentionally. Alright, I appreciate y'all being here. Take care of yourselves. Drink lots of water, take your medication, get lots of sleep, eat healthy food, exercise, and fuck 12. I'll see y'all tomorrow, a little earlier than usual, about 8 or so. Good night.
We're going to be doing an AMA to celebrate the unsung heroes of Twitch. The moderators, man. The community wouldn't be what it is without you and the mods.
Thank you so much.
Vor is here. How you doing today, sir?
I'm great.
This is my unsung hero of Twitch.
Miller Lite and I want to thank you for everything.
the attic? Nazis and something? I don't know. Sounds like that might have been a steal away from another book.
Yeah,
Anyways, Confederate in the attic.
Confederates in the attic.
Okay.
And he goes to the Deep South, and he goes with a bunch of Civil War reenactors and talks to a lot of people and really explores, why people think what they think and how they think. And a lot of what he taught, a lot of what he discovered was that people were directly influenced by people who are very important to them in their lives. That told them stories of the horrors of Reconstruction and poverty. The plantation owners, they were still doing fine, but the people who weren't wealthy in the South were even more impoverished after the Civil War, and a lot of white resentment towards black people, I think, comes from that. And also, of course, there were the people with power and influence and money were, of course, using the poor white people as pawns. A lot of people, there's a rural redneck area where I grew up, which is all pretty redneck, but this is especially redneck.
Yeah.
And the folks there, you would hear them say sometimes, at least they're not black.
Huh.
They were dirt poor, they were uneducated, but their philosophy was what listen to.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like that was a thing that was used at some point in order to gain the loyalty of these poor folks who otherwise, they didn't have, they didn't have a pot to piss in. They didn't have a dog in the fight as far as slavery went and plantations. And I feel like that they were, they were energized by saying, hey, at least you're better than these people over here, and that's how they got them to be loyal to them when there was really no economic reason for them to be.
Yeah.
And, I know identity politics plays on both sides play it.
Yeah.
There's certainly the liberal side is very guilty of doing that as well. Using things to push agendas and so forth.
Yeah.
But it's, as far as what I would say to people is, I grew up very conservative, and I understand all the things that you think and feel, good, bad, and ugly. I recognize the good parts, and I just ask you to examine yourself and think about things that you can change that will allow us to treat people with dignity and equality, and bring us all up together.
All right. And I know you said you came from that, and so you understand that point of view too. But there's also people that came from the left and moved to the right in your age group or in other age groups. There's also people that are just on the right, and they have their experiences that left them there. So is there anything that you see in the right today that you just don't, that you would want to ask about? Like, what is that? Why are you guys doing that, or anything? More so just so I can get a response from the audience and we can create a discussion about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I do understand most of it. I grew up down south, Baptist preacher's son, served in the military, was very, very patriotic, very, very religious, very conservative. So I feel like I understand most of it. I do wonder, I would ask them, like, a lot of people who I know are conservative but not racist, is you're aligning yourself with far-right white supremacist types, is gaining their support important enough for you that you would want to be associated with them? Because I feel like a lot of conservative people don't want to be associated with those types, but they put in with them in order to create this political bloc that allows them to get the things they want.
That's an interesting question. I know I'm not going to be able to get that answer to you in lifetime, but first thing that comes to my mind is that I think that people that are willing to do what you're describing don't really have their own beliefs too much in the first place, so they just might be getting thrown wherever the stronger ideal comes from, If I haven't burnt you out, let me ask the same question for what would you say to the left, your side? And I know I'm categorizing things, I'm being hyperbolic, but that would correct them or help. What would you say the left could do to help decrease the divide right now?
I would say that a lot of the issues I see on the left is with people who are unable to have a civil conversation with someone. And I feel like sometimes people on the left, and right as well, but I see a lot on the left, are more interested in being right than learning something from someone who has a different viewpoint.
That's interesting.
So I feel like I would like them to adopt a conservative, if you will.
What is the biggest and most profitable market you